will experience yourself that you can do it so much faster. And then after that you compare the answer. 你看啊，这个 view 它 fit 吧，对哦，所以你叫 fit，就是这个 view 嘛。所以你要画的时候，记得这个 view 或者是这个 Okay, this is the first view. So you can already see by experiment. But 它不要你画，from the four sides.
So actually you can see the four side view, right? But here you want to draw another plan.
Yeah. So you imagine like four sides.
So when you mention it to technical people along you lay back on what is become a plan.
In a sense that when you exercise it, you don't use your brain.
IQ question number 3. Cannot I show you now. 给吗？ Never do this side.
Okay, now you can do a check whether your model work or not. Okay, this is the first view. Okay, then this is the second view. So now you turn this way. Does it match? No match. So this one another way. This one cannot. This one don't match. So you very good. You think very complex. Unfortunately, we are not asking for this. Okay, this exercise complete match, right? Okay, good. But you take a longer time. Okay, so this exercise initially was to let you draw the other view based on what you perceive. Okay, then after that you do it with your hand. Usually, if I were to give you these 3 bricks and then give you this diagram, you usually build at record time. Like I told you before, right, my students build at the fastest 4 seconds. Based on these 2, he can come out with this one already. Straight away he can assemble. 4 seconds. But if I don't give him this, I ask him to draw, he will take a longer time. And he will find difficulty. And most of the time, they got it wrong. Okay, what does this exercise telling us? It's science, this one is science, they actually did a whole study. It means that if you use your hand to think, of course, your eyes must still be there, your brain must still be there. It's just that your hands do the job. Okay, you will be surprised at how effective that is by piecing up an answer. But if you don't have this on your hand, you are using your brain, look at it, and then after that try to piece up, you'll find it harder, and you'll find it more difficult. This is a very classical example of showing you that when you don't think in 3D, if you don't do the bricks right, your thinking is delayed, and it adds frustration because we cannot see things in 3D, and because of that we doubt ourselves. Am I done? Am I no good? So we start to demoralize ourselves, and then of course we turn away from learning. But if I give you the bricks, straight away you can do it, and you think that this is child's play. So it makes you feel accomplished. In fact, most of the time, our students must have this kind of simple accomplishment. They feel that, hey, actually so easy only. But if I were to explain, they still can't get it right. And therefore, they frustrated. And then they deem themselves as dumb. Because cannot answer, cannot listen, cannot interpret. So this is to some extent, is a crude way to tell us that why we want to think in 3D. Because you never underestimate science. Science proves that your brain, with the coordination of your eyes, if you have things on your hand, you do faster. You do it with efficiency, accuracy. That is the point of competency-based learning. To incorporate technical skill with methodological skill, social skill, and your personal skill all combined together, you can accomplish things at faster rate And with that, it builds confidence. So that you know. Like when we are asking our students to build the Minecraft for College East, okay, we actually have 2 experiments. We have this College East built in 2 different versions, Java version and educational edition. The Java version took 2 months to build, off and on, because we just lump it up. Because the students really got no time, so he just do based on volunteering. So he said that about 2 months or 1 month plus. But the one that we use LSP to facilitate, we ask them to work as a team. Because you can't do it all by yourself, work as a team. It only took them 6 weeks. So this is also another way to say that LSP has a direct impact on students' behaviors. The willingness to collaborate, the willingness to act on something, and they can better visualize. Okay? After we have conducted the so-called CARE, which is about 1.5, okay, if you really interested in work as a team, I can also share with you how to move it forward for your lesson, as well as, of course, use LSP for your project. Because personally, I have been using LSP for project development. Very successful. First, it creates a team. They must first choose their own leader. In the past, how to choose leader? The arrow, or they deem that, oh, this guy can talk, okay, become leader. You actually ask them to build. You must build a leader. And then use your build to explain how a leader should function. And then convince the team to support you. And with that kind of coordination, we have done it quite a few projects, is that you choose the right leader, it's very important. And you choose the right dynamics, they can finish the task faster. So now, let's look at the last part of our exercise. Okay, I just show you an example first. Okay, how to bring yourself into I'll say a more depth in the way you tell a story. Okay, so for example, the question is, best teacher you have worked with. Sometimes we need to reflect. Okay, what we do it for a student is I ask them, the best students you can imagine yourself to be. Pick one. Why we want to do that? It has nothing to do with what they are going to study, but you know why such things need to be explicitly instilled in them, so that when they build, okay, like for example, this teacher, when they build, you see how it's been mentioned. It says that my best teacher played 2 important roles. Okay, first role is represent a figure on the red top. So who is this one? This lady. This lady. And then where's the blue one?
This two.
This one.
Yes.
This one. Okay, correct. So the 2 roles that she played has a direct impact. One has a map on the end. So of course, can't see very clearly over here the map. So it shows that the ability to lead and see the trends through the bino. So the bino itself is actually holding on the hand. If I'm not wrong, this is the map, then this is the bino. Okay. So what they are trying to say is that as a teacher, he has to see things beyond what the students can see, so that they can lead them in terms of acquiring the knowledge. Because a student will say, like for example, you ask a student to do soldering. They definitely know what is soldering, and they see you do, they will do. But they do not know why are we doing it. Why do we need to learn this skill? As a teacher, we already know why. Because without this, then how do you build a circuit? So, but most of the time, we may not be so aware that we have to tell them everything. We only tell them that I only ask you to learn this, just learn this. After that, learn that. After that, learn this. You will be able to find job. This has become very natural to us. But having said that, bear in mind, our students are blindfolded. When they start to do all this, worse, they start to lose interest. They don't know what they're doing. I go to school every time I do the soldering, or every time I just do the circuit. I don't know what am I doing. So their interest of learning is disengaged. This is what we call disengaged. In HR term also same. Onboarding is necessary. Like if you just join ITE, they show you about ITE, right? But the onboarding process is so boring that you also don't know why you're there. Just to clock the hours as well. But in real onboarding is to let you understand your capability, how are you going to fit into the organization. And not because the organization can and your expertise, they also give you opportunity to grow. Anyone join the organization also have the aspiration to. Some of course may not they have the mindset saying, I got a job can already, I don't need promotion money. Okay? But we're not talking about just giving you a promotion. But how about giving you a job scope that you can enjoy most? Sometimes we don't talk about promotion, I do this, then I get promoted, I do this, then I get promoted. But of course, there are cases where, like especially in America, they expand your job scope. By expanding our job scope, naturally they also have to pay you. And then, of course, at the same time, you grow your potential. So same thing, along the way, they also have another second one is that they have a bloom. So she's carrying a bloom to indicate that she can clear all the obstacles and barriers.
Now there's a magic one, magic pen,
Yeah, Christian?
and touch of the magic.
Yeah, the touch. Then, of course, there are.
I thought that was very important.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Then there's of course things like to represent metaphor, like you say the lion, the shark, the angry man, all these are represent obstacle. So why am I showing this slide is to tell you that at times, especially when we are doing teaser, we don't want to go into the depth of how to implement LSP into your lesson yet. But we want you to see why LSP is used to represent context. After you can contextualize, then you look into the application part, how to apply it. Okay, so this is how you contextualize the learning. By representing things along the way. For this case, no real building needs to be done, but they just use representation to represent things around. So for this case, this statement becomes a very strong statement that as a best teacher that I want to work with should have this kind of characteristic, should have that kind of attributes, should have that kind of vision. So once you have that in place, you become awareness. And the benefit of LSP is that sometimes it may sound obvious, but if you ask the person to build it, explain around it, this image will imprint into their brain for life. And what's the benefit? We haven't gone through like last CW sharing, Jensen Go did another exercise by asking you all to build a model individually. Then after that, you all have to go and merge some of the model to arrive at a common point, and at the same time tell a total story, right? Okay, that is also another way to get everyone agree. You could have different view on certain topic. Okay, but end of the day, LSP is content neutral. It's supposed to let everyone see a common direction. You can still have your own view, but your view somehow will eventually merge with someone's view, and then together you all tell a story. Why is that important? Because by doing so, you will then arrive at a common objective. So that common objective will then lead you into what you intend to accomplish, which is the tough part. Okay, quickly go through the other two. Okay, this one is what strength do you bring? Okay, as you can see now, we are not dwelling too much into the technical content. Like maybe in your head now is how can I use LSP to teach electronics? Can you show me example now? This will be the more genuine interest of what you intend to do. Okay? But as usual, we want to bring you a step back first. A step back means generally you must have a relatively clear mind of how to use LSP to display your message first. Okay, for this case, the question is, what strength do you bring? So here states that the person's strength is in new idea. So how do they represent new idea with the connectors that's been connected? There are mini figures at the bottom with the white column and the bush and the top. Of course, that's why you can selfie and blah blah blah. And usually they will show turntable. So this turntable is that side, turntable, to represent agility and adaptability. So all in all, whether by one look you can see what they are talking about. Even like for example, they put the net, they put the rubber boots, all these. What is this represented? It's represented in the danger of conventional thinking. So as you can see, all the objects that has been penned out in the view okay, are basically a metaphor. The net basically represent conventional thinking. But to us, a net is a net. How we link conventional thinking. So, in other words, when you are embarking on LSP, do not use LSP as an absolute object to represent an absolute content. You are supposed to always take a step back and consciously, why are we doing it and it's beneficial? Even the students, why? Because every time when we tell our students, I want you to learn this, they will say, okay, I memorize chemistry. Do you know what it's all about? I don't know. You ask me memorize, I memorize that. So that is what we call literate learning. You just learn, this is a net is a net, nothing more. How can you say a net and then say that this net refers to conventional thinking? They can't relate. Even until now, maybe you also feel that I also can't relate. Okay? But the whole training of LSP eventually will make you so agile to be able to see beyond the conventional. When I give you a brick, I know that everyone will say, you're holding on to a green bricks, 2x4. That is conventional thinking. But inside your brain, if you practice LSP, you will say that, oh, I'm actually holding a glass. I'm holding a green cup. I'm holding a green dragon, a green ants, a green elephant. No? So by saying that, straight away you will know that this is what we call generative of imagination. That means you and me, when we were young, I think we look at anything, we also can say, oh, this is this, that. We are very excited. Even we look at any particular shape, you look at cloud, I say, oh, I see an elephant. Now you age a little bit more already. When you look at cloud, cloud is cloud, right? Elephant. So we tend to be very objective in seeing things. Frankly speaking, it's very bad for an organization because when you are so objective in analyzing things, teaching things, you will become very, very objective in it. Sounds good, but you stifle all the creativity, and eventually moving ahead, you know that our society has moved on. We need creativity, we need innovation. So we can never see beyond that. We see a cloud as a cloud. We never imagine one. When you don't imagine things, you won't have the effort to dwell beyond the topic. So the whole essence, that's what we always say, and sometimes it's still very confusing, is that then how? Everything cannot be fixed. Everything can be everything. Then how can I really learn? Like I just show a very quick teaser to what we teach using technical. So, for example, recently we asked our students to look into installing a server. So we know if you want to install a server, okay, the first thing of course is to do the regular installation. After that, you need to set up user, okay, so that people can log in. After that, maybe you give permission. You can stop there. It's 3 steps so that they can remember. These are some of the important installation, then after that configuration, and after that management. So you want them to have very simple concept with it. So of course you can conduct a theory. You can kind of say, okay, installation, these are the steps you do. And after that, you install successfully already, you go to the server manager, you create user. Of course, these are the technicality you can explain. But frankly, how many students will remember that? Some do once, yes. Some are say, I don't bother. I also never use it in my day-to-day of life, so I don't bother. So highly chance you will miss out all the learning. However, to convert it into labor serious play, this is what we did. Okay, we actually ask them again, use your bricks to build a server. So of course they will not be in the first place know how to build, so they anyhow build. So again, we lead them to understand how they can build a server with Lego bricks, so they will create some metaphor. So within this metaphor, we will then lead them into thinking. Okay, after you have successfully installed a server, okay, what is the first thing you need to do? Then they will of course look around, say, I need to create user. Some may have forgotten to put a minifigure. Some will say, oh, this is a minifigure, so I put the minifigure as a user. Okay, then after that, you configure, you created the user. What do you want to do with the user? Should the user be using the server freely, or should you have some access control? Then you start thinking, I think we need some access control. Then you you start to dish out, okay, this is full control, this is right only, this is change or whatever. See, by introducing metaphor, by using label grids, you are actually having conversation with a group of students in a more contextualized way to garner their interest. And best of all, don't stop there. After that, ask them to make modification to the model, okay, and then tell us, how they perceive it as a complete step, from installation to configuration to maintenance. What other things they need to look at? Why are you doing that? So that they have a better grasp of how to contextualize everything, rather than just follow your instruction. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Now they are being thrown into a situation where they have to come up with their own story. They have to come up with their own articulation, and they have to build their own model. So different students actually build different server model, just like what you did in this morning, this afternoon. So because of that, that model imprint into their brain. So subsequently, when you were doing the Kahoot test, you will see that how much retention they have compared to a PowerPoint. So the key takeaway from such exercise is not to encourage you, then every single thing also convert to LSP. You may be too reluctant to do, even I too reluctant, because end of the day, we can't really convert all technical into LSP. Our magical touch, as what we intend to do, is to garner interest. Especially most students, you have to do your own determination. At what topic, at what checkpoint, certain concept, very difficult that the students may not have interest, or very difficult that the students, no matter how interested they are, they still can't learn one. Convert that into a play session. You do not need to spend one whole day. You probably conduct it in half an hour session. You may not even need the whole class to do it. You can select, of course, pick and mix. Don't always select the best student. Then people see as favoritism. So you can pick and mix. The rest just observe. When you play with this group of students, usually 6 or 7 is quite good. You play with them, the rest observe. Okay? But don't let them observe until they are there talking their own mother's story or their grandmother's story. Okay? Make sure later they need to do reflection, they need to do cartoon. You will still assess them. Some